Hello everyone, welcome back to Believer Science Academy. This is topic of the day. Today we'll discuss about a terrorist attack that almost happened. But it was stopped by India's intelligence agencies. And it is not a conventional terror attack. It was not like you are going to go with bombs, you are going to go with guns, etc. etc. This was a different kind of terror attack. It was a chemical terror attack that was planned by three individuals. So we'll discuss what is this attack and how did India escape from this attack narrowly and who were involved in this particular attack. So the topic is Doctor of Death. Doctor of Death, Gujarat Ricin terror plot. What is this Ricin? What is the Doctor of Death? We'll discuss. So these are the three individuals who were involved in, and this is the Ricin seeds. We'll discuss what is this everything. So Gujarat Anti-Terrorism Squad foils ISKP. What is this ISKP? ISIS Khorasan Pakistan. Okay, ISKP-linked chemical terror conspiracy involving ricin, one of the world's deadliest toxins. So they wanted to carry out terror attack not through bombs but with the help of toxins. Three have been arrested near Gandhinagar in a major counter-terror breakthrough, a very significant breakthrough you can say. Next, the mastermind, Dr. Ahmed Mohiyuddin Saiyed. This is a person who is a doctor by profession, a 35-year-old Hyderabad-based doctor with MBBS from China. Very important. He got MBBS from China and alleged a mastermind behind chemical weapon plot. So the chemical is to extract the toxins from ricin seeds. Conducting ricin synthesis research and reconnaissance of sensitive sites across Delhi, Lucknow and Ahmedabad. And the supporters for him were Abu Khadija, who is an Afghanistan-based ISKP cooperative coordinating weapons, funds and encrypted communications. Okay, this is how the new age terrorism is happening. So the sleeper cells are present in major urban cities such as Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, etc. And they have links to various terror organs such as ISIS, such as Al-Qaeda, such as ISKP. In this particular topic, in this particular case, this Abu Khadija is not at all staying in India. He is in Afghanistan, but he is coordinating between Indian Hyderabad owned a doctor who got his degree from China. Next, the arrest and the deadly seizure. This is one of the very significant attributes of Indian intelligence agency. We do not thank the intelligence agencies enough. We only get to know about this intelligence agency failures when the terror attack happens, and then we are very quick to criticize these terror attacks. So these intelligence agencies are like football. Okay, so what happens is the intelligence agencies are like a goalkeeper. They will make hundreds of saves in a football game, but what is remembered? The one save they miss and which will result in goal. That is more remembered. So normally intelligence agencies of most of the countries, especially in India, that is be it IB, be it CBI, be it RAW, or actually like goalkeeper, they destroy or they save us from most of these kind of terror attacks. Many of the terror attacks have been stopped by this like RAW agencies or IB agencies. But what we remember is those instances where they were not able to stop the terror attacks and which led to death of many people. Obviously, they should be held accountable. But in this case, we have to appreciate the work done by intelligence agencies. So in the arrest and deadly seizures, three were arrested. That is Dr. Sayyed, belonging from Hyderabad, and Azad Sheikh, who is a Shamli tailor, and then Muhammad Khan, who is a Lakhimpur student, apprehended at Adalaj toll plaza. We have to recognize the pattern here. So previously, what we used to criticize was terrorism was because of lack of education. Terrorism happened because of lack of education. Terrorism happened because of lack of awareness or literacy. There is no literacy, there is no awareness. But in this case, one is an MBBS doctor, another one is a student. Both are conspiring for taking out terror attacks. So the issue is deeper or larger than this just education and literacy thing. Next, weapons cache. So from them, 3 pistols, 2 Glocks and 1 Beretta with 30 live rounds were procured via drone drops from Pakistan borders. See, they were involved with Pakistan based terrorists as well. So not only Afghanistan or ISKP, ISKP, they were also involved with this particular Pakistani border forces or terror organizations as well. And then chemical precursor. 4 liters of castor oil was seized, which is the key ingredient for making or synthesizing this deadly ricin toxin. And then digital evidences, that is 3 phones, 2 laptops with encrypted chats, and the reconnaissance images as well as radical propaganda materials were taken from this particular arrest and seizures. Okay, very significant arrest and the deadly seizures. Next, ricin, the silent killer. So their aim was to synthesize this ricin toxin and use it in water, food across various parts of India, mainly the Delhi, Ahmedabad surrounding regions, and mainly targeted at other religions, mainly targeted the temples. So according to the arrest, they found that they had planned to include these toxins in prasadas of temples, in waters of these particular areas, and to carry out a large scale terror attacks. Okay, the ricin, the silent killer. So what makes it very deadly? So the ricin is nothing but it is extracted from the castor beans, which is called as Ricinus communis. So this castor beans, once synthesized, releases toxins. How toxic it is? The lethality is just a few milligrams can kill within hours. And also there is no antidote or antidote exists for this one. Meaning normally for toxins there will be antitoxins or antidotes, but for in this case for ricins there is no antidote. Meaning once you consume this, there is only one outcome, that is death. There is only one outcome, that is death. And mechanism, normally the toxins or the venoms act upon your nervous system or your protein synthesis, etc., etc. In this ricin, it blocks the protein synthesis, causing organ failures. And next, status is it is a Schedule 1 chemical weapons convention, illegal globally. It is illegal globally. Despite that, many of these persons use it for various reasons. Next, global precedent is it was used in assassination plots against US President Obama in 2013 and Trump in 2020. So they have been used previously but have failed ultimately. Next, what is this ISKP, the Khorasan threat? So in Islamic State of Khorasan Province, a South Central Asia's most dangerous ISIS affiliate targeting India. So this is an affiliate of ISIS organization. So this is ISIS organization, and like ISIS, main ISIS or ISL, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, and Islamic State of Iraq and Libya were previously very predominantly very significant organizations, but their influence has reduced over the period of time, but they still remain through their ideology, through their affiliates such as ISKP. So it was founded in 2015, that is defectors from Afghan Taliban and TTP created ultra radical jihadist group. So the ISIS is so ultra radical that even the Al Qaeda do not claim them, even the Taliban do not claim them. Okay, next, their base is Afghanistan. They operate from Nangarhar and Kunar provinces under leader Shahab al-Muzahir, and the goal is Khorasan Caliphate, that is to establish caliphate in the Khorasan region. Aims to control Afghanistan, Pakistan, India and Central Asia. All this region together is called as Khorasan, and their aim is to establish a caliphate across all these regions. Next, India in crosshairs, that is recruits from Kerala, Hyderabad, Delhi through digital radicalization networks have been recruited to this particular organization in Afghanistan. So again, that is where the issue of terrorism and the education differs. Next, again, what are the legal frameworks involved in this one? So under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of 1967, section 16, 17, 18, 20, 38, 40. They discuss about terrorist acts, conspiracy, membership to terror organizations and funding of terror organizations. So they have been booked under these sections. And under Bharatiya Nyaya Samiti 2023, section 111, 113, 117 and 307, criminal conspiracy, waging war, collecting arms, attempt to murder with prohibited substances. They have been subjected to legal frameworks under this as well. Next, Arms Act of 1959, section 7, 3, 25, 29, possession, acquisition, conspiracy and use of prohibited firearms. So they have been booked under all these sections, and all the 3 accused were remanded to ATS custody till November 17. Investigation spans multiple states with the central agency coordination. And recently, under this investigation, they were able to find or discover tons of IEDs, tons of IED in West Bengal. So the connection is far beyond just a particular state or particular district. Okay, they are spread across India. They are called as sleeper cells. Some act as a lone wolves, but some act in coalition. Okay, next, 5 critical security concerns in this particular case. First is transnational terror pipelines. That is Afghanistan, India, Pakistan corridor using drones, cryptocurrency for cross-border logistics. So this nature of cross-border logistics makes it difficult to trace the origin and makes it difficult to stop these kind of attacks. Next, digital radicalization, that is ISKP, exploits foreign educated tech savvy youth through encrypted online recruitment. So normally what happens here is through Telegram or any particular websites or various things, Instagram, WhatsApp, etc. Since they are encrypted, they use these media to radicalize the youth. Radicalize the youth. To radicalize the youth, be it uneducated or educated, both get radicalized because of the jihadist ideology in this particular case. And CBRN security gaps. What is the CBRN security gaps? CBRN is C stands for chemical, B biological, R radiological, and nuclear. And nuclear security gaps. So in these particular things, India lacks. Okay, India lacks specific Ricin response systems despite the robust nuclear and biological protocols. So India needs to have a specific agency for CBRN kind of things. Next, dual use dilemma. That is, castor oil is commercially very legitimate, complicating regulation and detection efforts. So castor oil is legitimate, but the use of castor seeds and the remnants of ricins will lead to generation of toxins. So how do you address these things? Castor oil is a staple kind of things in many kind of foods, many foods. Now if you want to remove this ricin, you have to remove the castor oil, but it is going to affect large number of farmers. Then rights versus security. That is, UAP's stringent provisions raise debates about civil liberties versus preemptive stay measures. But in this case, we have to focus mainly on the security, because there are enough evidences against the individuals who have been arrested which state that they had indeed planned a terror attack. Next, a new terror paradigm. As I told you, the terrorism of the new years or new age is tech savvy and unconventional in nature. So what are the changes? From IEDs, that is traditional explosive devices, to toxins, that is chemical weapons escalations, and the major targets are urban targets, that is lone actor models in cities. This represents a qualitative escalation in terror tactics, shifting from conventional explosives to sophisticated chemical warfare on Indian soil. Okay, so we have to be more vigilant nowadays. Okay, it is not only the blast, but also the chemical weapons can be used to carry out terror attack. So, strategic policy response. What should be the way forward from the government of India? First is CBRN task force. That is, integrate NDRF, DRDO, IB, and NSG for a dedicated chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear preparedness. So there has to be a CBRN task force. Next, chemical monitoring. That is, track ricin procedures or precursors under National Chemical Security Program with real-time industrial purchase surveillance. So we have to trace who are purchasing these ricins. The only reason the ricins are being purchased is to synthesize toxins. Okay, so we have to trace those things and take them into cognizance. And cyber intelligence, expand digital monitoring of encrypted jihadist channels through CERT-in and NIA collaboration. Okay, next is border surveillance. That is, deploy AI-enabled counter-drone systems along the Rajasthan and Punjab borders. This is where most of the weapons, drugs, and counterfeit currency are being transferred from Pakistan border to India. So we have to increase the vigilance across the borders as well. Next, counter radicalization. That is, community-based de-radicalization programs engaging in educational institutions to flag extremist indicators. Okay, if radicalization can be so powerful, obviously there has to be an alternative for that. There has to be an opposite for that. That is de-radicalization. We should make sure that we address all the issues that are attracting the youth towards these radical organizations. We have to take into cognizance the issues that the youth of India faces, youth of particularly a particular community faces. Okay, so next, the end line or the punching line is Vigilance is victory. So the threat is real. ISKP's chemical terror ambitions mark a dangerous evolution in asymmetric warfare targeting India. So the response must be stronger as well. That as long as the enemy gets stronger, we have to get stronger as well. We cannot go with this. This is the previously what used to happen in India was this was the enemies of India or terrorists of India. This was the response. So there was always a gap. There was always a gap or lag between those things. So which resulted in we were always playing the catch up to these organizations. Now we have to do is we have to be a step ahead. We have to be just right behind them. Okay, this should be Indian government and this should be enemies or threats. So we have to address these things then and there itself from the roots itself. So Gujarat's ATS swift action prevented a catastrophic attack. But the battle against chemical terrorism has just begun. So this can be only a precursor to or the large scale attacks that could be taken in the forward. So this is today's topic of the day. So idea of this particular video is to create awareness. It is not to target any particular community or it is not to create any community tension. So take this from the perspective of news itself. Take this from the perspective of Indian security, and all things I have stated in this particular video are facts based and from the sources. Okay, I have stated my thing. Now with this I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.